Hey guys, welcome to my stream. Tonight's going to be a very special one. I usually do this on tomorrow and Thursday, but today it's going to be a different one. Give me a second. So the reason why I'm actually making this stream on Wednesday, it's because it's actually part of my entry for the Magic Wheelchair contest. You can see up here. Give me a second. Up here. Up here, it's the name of the contest. You can find more information about it on the website of ZBrush Central on ZBrush forums. And well, the idea is to create a wheelchair with the theme of Star Wars. And this organization called the Magic Wheelchair. It's a non-profit organization that makes wheelchairs for kids. And the guy from Pixologic started this contest. The idea is to create a Star Wars themed wheelchair. So this one is mine. It's my idea. I was thinking in creating maybe a vehicle, but i you can already see some of the other entries, and there are plenty of vehicles already. So I wanted to make something different. So I'm doing the Rancor scene from episode 6. So the idea is to have like the kid right here on the chair. Oh, actually, these files, the chair, and well, they have plenty different type of chairs. They have this one, which is like a box with all the size measurements and some information about how it actually looks, the chair. I'm using this one because I found it less distracting. All this is in the forum in ZBrush Central's um, contest. Give me a second. Hey, Sevkas. Um, no, no realmente. O sea, pues va a ser combinación de ambos. Ya sabes cómo son mis streams. Les mencionaba que la idea del concurso es que haga algo temático de Star Wars. Va a ser una silla de ruedas temática para la organización de Magic Wheelchair. Y yo decidí hacer este Rancor. Aún está como bastante sketchy, pero esa es la idea. So right here at my right, I already have some references for different Rancors. Hey Jorge, saludos. ¿Cómo te va? Y aquí pueden ver un poco de los avances que hice con el proyecto. So let me show you some of the iterations and the first versions of this Rancor. I mean, it's not nearly done. The idea of this stream is actually to finish like at least 70% of it, but I mean, hopefully a little more than 70. I'm not certain that I will be able to finish like 100% because I want to make like poly paint and do a proper render, but at least like having most of the finer details done for tonight. So give me a second. Estuve jugando varias veces con el tamaño de la cabeza. Quería algo un poco grande, pero al mismo tiempo que no fuera tan masivo. Quizás sí vaya un poco más por este tamaño al final. Ahorita está un poco así, pero también me agrada la idea de que tenga la boca más abierta. Y para aquellos que estén interesados en el concurso, pueden visitar la página de ZBrush Central y en ZBrush Central Magic Wheelchair Contest. Ahí está como toda la información. Tienen hasta final de mes para entrar al concurso. Hey, solo, ¿qué onda? Ese Mr. K, ¿qué onda, bro? Te fallé hoy con el player unknown. Sepcas, para el concurso tienes que entregar el archivo con algún tipo de especificaciones o solo lo entregas al sculpt final. Hasta donde tengo entendido, solo es el sculpt final. So Sebas is actually asking if you have at the end to deliver some type of special file or maybe the DSTL. But as far as I know, the only thing you need to deliver at the end of the contest is just like a beauty render. Probably you have to deliver like different views, but as far as I know, that's it. Soy Mr. K, hay que aprovechar. Para renderear luces V-Ray, depende del tipo de proyecto. Si son proyectos que solo van a vivir dentro de ZBrush y no tienen retopología ni nada por el estilo, casi siempre los hago en Keyshot, pero ya proyectos más formales sí tienden a ser en V-Ray. Es como el principal. Sin embargo, estoy tratando de cambiar a F-Storm, o al menos darle la probada, pero no he tenido oportunidad todavía. Sí, sí tengo ganas de darle ya a F-Storm, pero no se deja. No he tenido chance. Y voy a intentar empezar a sacar las proporciones. Right now it's just like a rough sketch. I'm still not defining like any details. I do have like a very low resolution mesh right now, so I do not worry about like wrinkles and all that type of stuff. I'm just sketching the main shapes. Hey Esteban, thanks. So far so good. Um, Tengo una duda aprovechando el stream y a lo mejor le sirve a alguien. ¿Cómo inicias armando, por ejemplo, la anatomía del brazo desde cero? Ah, pues puedo empezar a crear la anatomía del brazo. Como dices, a ver. Si te das cuenta, ahorita nada más tengo como una geometría muy burda, no tiene detalles. Se los voy a quitar, de hecho, lo que ya tiene. Y este lo voy a ocultar. Yeah, details go to the last. I mean, that's I usually prefer to have like those happy accidents with the details, with the wrinkles. So for example, right here, even though I don't have enough resolution to create like the wrinkles, I already defined some of the main shapes, like the flow it's going to have. So when I start to have enough resolution for the wrinkles, I will already have like a base mesh for that type of details. But I won't be taking a lot of time defining it at the beginning because usually I tend to change a lot of the shapes, especially if I'm just improvising. So there is no point on me working a lot on the wrinkles if at the end I'm going to change everything. So I try not to commit to a single shape, especially with ZBrush because it's really easy to just change the shape to experiment with different ideas that you have. Sí, para lo del brazo, lo que haría, deja borro este. Hey, effects animator, sup man, welcome. So, hey, Justin Miller, welcome. I'm working on my entry for the Magic Wheelchair contest that Pixologic is currently having at ZBrush Central. The idea, I'm sorry. The idea is to have like the design of a wheelchair for a kid with the theme of Star Wars. So right now, my idea is to have like that scene from The Return of the Jedi, in which Luke is like being tracked by the Rancor and he's like about to eat him. So I will probably put a bone right here in the mouth. So I'm going to explain how I usually do the arms, the anatomy of the arms. I'm going to do both the explanation both in English and Spanish, so bear with me. Um, lo que trato de hacer cuando yo tengo la geometría definida, tengo de dos. O puedo usar Tem Standard para empezar a definir las formas, o la que me gusta un poco más es pongo B y selecciono IMM Primitives, que sería la tecla T después, y selecciono este, que es la Polysphere, que tiene menos polígonos. Arrastro y empiezo a pegarla al cuerpo. Realmente no me va a preocupar que no quede perfecta, solo quiero definir las formas bases, como el bíceps, por ejemplo. Lo que estoy haciendo es usar nada más como guía el brazo que hice antes. So when I'm doing like, for example, an arm, what I was saying that I try to use, for example, what let's say just adding like different spheres and creating the muscle structure based on those spheres. So I press B to create the brush, to show like the brush menu, and then I, and then the shortcuts T. You can actually find it here. IMM primitives, and I tend to select this one, the polysphere with less polygons. This is basically what Shane also does, of creating like the base mesh with a lot of spheres and using those spheres to create the anatomy. It's the same. I'm using his technique of just sketching everything. What I what I'm actually using is this arm as the base. This will not be like the final arm. This one. This is just like the base shape in order to create all the muscles on top of it. And it's always good to have a lot of references of bones and muscle structures. Hey, thanks, effects. Hopefully, I'll have it done for today, tonight. Entonces, lo que haría es eso. Buscaría como referencias de anatomía e intentaría empezar a definir las formas con las diferentes esferas. Lo bueno de que son esferas muy low poly es que puedes agregar varias y no hay ningún problema. How many years have you been working on ZBrush? Give or take, I'll say around 6 years. I mean, I started 6 years ago. However, I wasn't so invested in the software at the beginning. So I'll say like professionally, just focused like working a lot on ZBrush. I'll say like 4 years maybe. So this is like mainly the way I would create the arms. You can see I already start to have like some basic shapes. Hey Arturo García, ¿qué onda, bro? So like the arm is not going to be like very important piece of this. Mainly I want to focus on the head and the arms and the hands. So I think I'm going to leave it right here like that. What I want to do is actually start working on the hands. So I created this hand by using C-spheres. Para la mano me gusta mucho crearlas con C-spheres, en especial esta mano que es muy diferente a la anatomía de la mano de un Rancor. Y lo que hago es poner a Depth Skin, desactivar Dynamesh, o sea ponerlo hasta cero, y la densidad a uno para tener la menor cantidad de polígonos. Y una vez que ya lo tengo, me voy hasta arriba a Tool y Make Polymesh 3D. No, no hay de qué, bro. La razón de que suelo trabajar con pocos polígonos es que puedo manejar la mayoría de ellos con movimientos más simples. So I'm just trying to create like a basic silhouette of the hand. Those creatures have like a very weird looking hand with like two thumbs. So what I'm going to do is just create one and then I'll duplicate and pose it at the end. También suelo utilizar mucho Dynamic Subdivision. Dynamic Subdivision trabaja si no tienes geometría, si no tienes niveles de subdivisión y presiona la tecla D, te va a dar una subdivisión falsa, o sea, no realmente no va a subdividir nada, solo va a hacer va a darte el look de cómo se vería subdividido. Así puedes trabajar, si se dan cuenta, son la misma cantidad de polígonos. Aquí arriba no cambia, porque realmente no lo está subdividiendo, solo está dando como un preview. Hey, Don Max. Yeah, a big rancor. So the idea is to have like the kid right here on this chair, and the rancor like about to eat him. Maybe I'll place one of those bones on the mouth. And I'm thinking maybe making the mouth a little bigger to be like more menacing, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. Also, I do have a lot of space, of negative space right here, and I mean the piece is already too big, so I'll try to fix that. Hey, I still thank you. So I already did before, like some weeks ago, like the base mesh, and started like defining the shapes of the head and the design mainly. So I already had that done. So now tonight I'll just focus like on the fun part of creating details. Hey Danny Sang, how are you? Welcome. I'm working on my rancor's hand. They do have like very weird looking shape of a hand with two thumbs and two other fingers. Just trying to define a little bit. I don't think I'll be needing this one anymore. Hey Ausens. Hey Joanne. So since I already have like the base mesh of the hand, I'll probably save this one and then I'll create a new file and start subdividing. So I don't lose like the base mesh, this very low poly looking mesh. Thanks, bro. I already did some well, most of the parts before the stream. So I'll just be adding details tonight. This is one of the good things of starting with C-spheres that you already have different polygroups, and it's easier just to make different masks in order to isolate different parts of the hand. Otherwise, I'll have to create a polygroup for the hand, another one for the fingers. Oh, you're right. They do look like owls' feet. So I'm watching some different references that I have like on my pure ref and the other window, and they seem to have like very, very big hands. So I guess I have to exaggerate a little bit more the size of the hand. So I just deactivated symmetry because I won't be needed different type of my symmetry right now. What I'm going to do is delete this and this. So I'm using this part to create the forearm. And then what I'm going to do, since it's very low poly, what I'm actually going to create is I'm going to activate Sculptures Pro, and using Snake Hook, I'm going to create the rest of the arm. So I'm going to save this hand before changing completely the topology. So Snake Hook, and I'm activating Sculptures Pro, and there it is. I think this is enough. I'm going to deactivate Sculptures Pro. You can actually see the tessellation process right here. We had like pure quads and a very low poly mesh, and then all tessellated. And probably I'll add this geometry too. the rancor I already created right here, so gonna delete those arms and probably this one too, and save this one as a different version, just in case I screw everything up. I will be able to come back and start again. Here it is. I think it's a little, no, it's way bigger. So I'm going to scale down a little bit the arm. And I'm using just a move brush to fix the position of the arm around the wheelchair. Just trying to fix everything and try not to have like a very big rancor. Hey Alfie. Yeah, it actually does. Like having like this big bodyguard or a big dog behind you, and instead of a dog, it's it's way more badass to have a rancor. Oh, awesome, Alfie. Where are you working right now? The last time, well, the last work I knew you have was the one in China. Apenas lo empecé. Bueno, lo empecé hace varias semanas, pero la idea es que quede hoy, o al menos un 70% yo creo. Ah, qué chido, bro. Ya hace falta que nos veamos. Sí, segurísimo. Aparte te rifas. Pues el viernes estábamos pensando ir al Drink and Draw ahí en Condesa, bro. ¿Te queda? Yeah, so right now I'm just playing with the shapes. I'm like fixing at least the proportions because even though it's supposed to be like big, I don't want to make something like impossible to create. I still have to have something that is not too exaggerated on size. So since I already have the shape of the hand, what I'm going to use right now it's the deformer of Remesh by Dynamesh. So I will be able to start sculpting details. Hey, Rand here. both, both in English and Spanish. But if you have any doubt, I mean, just ask. The idea of this stream is actually to invite everyone to join the contest. It's for a good cause, and I mean, it's Star Wars, so it's a really awesome contest. You have until the 31st of May to create your designs, so there's still plenty of time. I mean, like a week and a half, maybe. Es a las 7 empieza, en doméstico, de 7 a, pues quién sabe, como 11, 10, no, como 12 a 1. So I already have this one. I'm going to do this. So it's not like super wide. I'm trying to use all this space so I don't have like something really, really big that it's hard to manipulate. And I mean, at the end, this is going to be like in the Comic Con, so it will be like in the hallways and among people. So I don't want to have something really big and hard to drive around. Ah, perfecto. A ver si ya tenemos pro. Será bien bueno. I still, what if you make the chair an old one, I suppose? You mean like having the design of the chair like rusted and all that? Or what do you mean by old one? Yeah, man. Go back to ZBrush, to the dark side of the force. So remesh by Dynamesh, and I'm going to activate project because I want to keep all these shapes, and I won't be needing a lot of geometry, so I think around. Oh wait, I need to deactivate geometry Dynamesh. Set projection to 0. There it is. That's it. So I think this is good enough for the geometry. I mean, it's not high enough that I start sculpting details, but it's not super low poly. So I'll just hit accept. What I'm going to start doing is defining the shapes of the arms. So I'm using clay buildup to create like the main shapes. It's just mainly defining the muscle structure and the bones. Oh, you would? Yeah. I'm not sure if we're allowed to change like the shape and the structure of the wheelchair per se. I think it's just like the design around it. But I'm not certain about. I'm going to investigate because it would be cool like have like that Java's Palace style on the entire chair, at least in the design. Sería chido con un sistema que lanzara slime por la boca. Estaría bueno. Creo que sería un poco complicado para ellos, pero estaría interesante. Mínimo que goteara, ¿no? Saliva. Sería bueno que lo pudieras disparar como esos juegos de feria que disparan agua. Yeah, but that's a good idea actually. The one you were saying, nice. If changing the design of the wheelchair, at least like the cover. To be honest, at the beginning I wanted to create like a ship, but everyone is doing ships, so I wanted to make something different. Humo seco, eso sería mucho más fácil. Aunque no sé si le cayera todo el niño en la cabeza. Qué tan tóxico puedo hacer eso. Pero sí sería mucho más padre con hielo seco. Hey Edwin, ¿qué onda, bro? ¿Cómo estás? Hey Hiram, qué chido que andas ahí. Saludos. Aquí andamos apenas definiendo las formas del brazo. And for the belly, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. I'm supposed to have like very big belly, but I still have all this dead space around between the rancor and the share, so it's a tough one. Hey, Wester, ¿qué onda, bro? ¿Cómo estás? No, es que es de las líneas, es del audio que no tiene derecho de autor. Y es eso, música electrónica, así, pues no soy muy fan, entonces busqué música clásica y apareció eso. Just part of the YouTube's free music library. Ah, sí, le voy a poner venas en la mano. Eventualmente cuando empiece a agregarle detalles. Es una buena idea. Okay, guilty as charged. Me descubrieron. So I want to have everything on the same level as the head, which is not finished, but it's more or less defined. Es fácil, nada más cosa de estar practicándolo. Todo se con el tiempo. Now, this part, it's actually, I created everything like in different parts, like the head, the arms, the shoulder, and I was thinking like maybe the back could open and have like a, maybe I will open like this, like a trunk of a car, and you will be able to store some stuff like right here. I mean, since the Franco is already that big, you might make good use of all this space. So I was thinking maybe later I use some booleans to create like a inner part of the shape and might be able to open and close. Igual y utilizo lo que es la espalda para hacer como una pequeña cajuelita. Pero pues, a ver, ahorita cómo queda esto. Yeah, like having, I mean, it's Comic Con, so pretty sure you're going to need like space to store all your toys and comics, art books, and all the stuff. And since the Rancor is way too big, maybe it's not such a bad idea to have like the back of it as a trunk. Well, hopefully I'll have it finished between tonight and the weekend. I mean, hopefully I'll have like 70% done tonight and the rest by the weekend. Yeah, I still need to add more details, man, more wrinkles to the back, just like defining the main shapes still. Oh, the challenge, it's, let me check. It ends, you can actually see it on the top right here. Ends the 31st of May. So it's like a week. Let me check. Yep, a week. So there's still plenty of time to join the challenge. Como les mencionaba, aún queda tiempo para unirse al challenge. Acaba dentro de una semana, el próximo jueves. Entonces, el tiempo es suficiente para hacer algún diseño de Star Wars. Oh yeah, hopefully I'll finish it. I mean, I I have to accept that one of the main reasons why I did this stream, which is like only focus on the contest, it's so I actually finish it because I tend to like join a lot of contests and never finish it, like leaving all those as a whips, as work in progress. Angélica, el concurso lo organiza ZBrush. Aquí arriba, en la parte de arriba, aquí arriba, está el banner. Se llama, es para una organización que se llama Magic Wheelchair. Se dedican a hacer sillas de ruedas sin costos para la familia, para niños que pues viven en silla de ruedas, pero las hacen como temáticas de cómics, Star Wars, dinosaurios, o sea, lo que quiera el niño. Y este año Pixologic le entró como al concurso. Entonces, de hecho, ellos están creando su propia silla, que es un X-Wing, pero también abrieron el concurso para que la gente pudiera entrar, diseñar su propia silla. Y en cuanto a premios, no sé cuáles son los premios. O sea, sé que la silla ganadora la van a construir para el niño, pero fuera de eso no me acuerdo de los premios, la verdad. Creo que igual hay algún tipo de premio, pero la verdad es que creo que es un poco más altruista esto. Es como un carro alegórico, pero para niños con silla de ruedas. Esta es la silla de ruedas, de hecho, aquí la pueden ver. Y el chiste es ponerle como si fuera exactamente un carro alegórico, pero para los niños. Hey Germán, ¿cómo estás? Ah, perfecto, hasta el fin. Conste. So I was saying that I'm not certain if there are like prizes. I'm pretty sure there is some type of prize for the contest, but it's more focused on like creating something for the child. I do believe it's like a very good opportunity to make something cool for those kids. So I already have like this skin wrinkles texture, even though I haven't done any wrinkles per se. But since I started using clay buildup, and I do have like a very low poly mesh, I have these happy accidents that tend to create wrinkles. So that's good. Hey, Mr. Alu, Alolo. Yeah, it's a rancor. It's my entry piece for the ZBrush Magic Wheelchair contest. The idea is to create like a custom wheelchair with the theme of Star Wars. So everyone is doing like, or most of the people it's doing spaceships and vehicles, and I wanted to create something different. So mine is a rancor. She is going to be very happy riding in your chair. I hope so. I wanted to create something that I would be happy riding. This one goes right here, and this one goes here. So the idea is that everything's like modular. So you can remove the arms in order to like assemble all the pieces of the rancor. So it's not like a massive piece, several pieces. Hey, thank you. You're, if you want to join in the challenge, there's like plenty of time still, around a week. The challenge will be ending around the 31st of May, so you have to have like a week to work, create your own design, join in. And it's for a very good cause. I mean, it might not have. Well, let me check if it does have any other prizes because maybe it doesn't. I'm not. Oh yeah, so the winning wheelchair will be created and unveiled at San Diego Comic Con. Also, you will be like featured on ZBrush Central and Pixologic.com. And further prices by Pixologic will be announced at a later date. So, I mean, those are really good prices. So I think I'm just playing with the shapes, but I think I'll start adding details. I think I'm happy with the shape. Oh, I think I'm going to play a little bit with the mouth, because still not certain if I want to open a little bit more the mouth. So maybe I'll have it like this. No, it's too much. Para el diseño de personajes, ¿cómo se critica y evalúa la anatomía de un monstruo? Es decir, de lo que no existe, en donde hay una referencia viva. Y esto es el producto de la imaginación. Casi siempre, o sea, se trata de hacer algo que técnicamente que se pueda riguear y se pueda animar. O sea, que tu criatura no sea como muy complicada de hacer eso, porque al final no es un trabajo de una sola persona. Al final alguien más va a tener que riguear esa criatura y va a tener que animarla. Entonces el chiste es que tenga la anatomía que se entienda, que se pueda animar de una forma que sea creíble. Y la otra es que, aunque sean como criaturas inventadas, la mayor parte tiene referencias en animales. Por ejemplo, en el caso de este Rancor, aunque es como medio dinosaurio, medio lagarto, su forma base, la forma en la que camina es como más o menos la de un simio, la de un gorila. Entonces ese tipo de cosas son las que ayudan. Obviamente ya depende mucho del director de arte, que te diga qué tanta libertad tienes con el personaje, porque aunque la anatomía es importante, también es importante tener un diseño interesante. Entonces mientras el diseño sea interesante y el director de arte no tenga problema con eso, creo que no vas a tener ningún problema en cuanto a anatomía. El chiste es tener las bases como de animales en general, y una vez que ya las tienes, puedes romper un poco las reglas. Pero el cómo se evalúa depende mucho del director de arte y para qué va a ser el proyecto. Y en general, entre más personas trabajen con él, más es más posible, es más probable que traten de buscar una anatomía más aterrizada. Todavía no, Omar. Todavía falta un rato más. Hey, Privet. What do you think is the stuff comes out of his mouth instead of from his mouth? Oh, you mean like having the open mouth and you can actually place stuff inside of him? Like, Well, I was going to say like a trash can, but it's a it's a bad way of describing it, but it's a good idea. Like, for example, having your new comic book and instead of opening the bag and all that, you can just throw it inside the mouth of a creature and being able to store it inside here. And at the end of the show, you just need to open the bag and take out all your toys and comic books and all that. It's a good idea. It was that what you meant, Ice? Yeah, several pieces is it's a better way of doing this, especially because at the very beginning I was just playing with the shapes and trying to get like the scale of this mesh right. So playing with different shapes and different pieces was the best way of doing it. So what I'm going to start doing is, I think I'll subdivide once, add a little bit more of details to have it a lot more like this one, and after that I'll see if I use Sculptris Pro or Zero Measure, and then adding the final details. Sensei, de la Ciudad de México. Nice. Oh, great, man. That's a great idea. I will actually do that. It's a very interesting way of making use of all this space. So even though have Sculptris Pro, I'm still using the old Dynamesh workflow. It's nothing against Sculptris Pro, I really like that one. But since I already have the design, I don't see the point of using Sculptris Pro right now. When I'm just improvising and playing with the shapes, then Sculptris Pro is like the go-to option. But for here, I mean, I have plenty of references of how the rancor should look like. So there's not a lot of space for improvisation. And mostly the brush I mainly use, at least at the beginning, is move and clay buildup and dam standard. I mean, I try using dam standard is like drawing in 3D because you can start defining the shapes just by using dam standard. Hey Pedro, muchas gracias. Saludos, bro. The cool thing about this it's that all these happy accidents they do look good with all these like wrinkles that the Rancor has. So I'm not really that careful right now. Solo lo que estoy haciendo es jugar un poco con las formas. Utilizo mucho lo que es Dam Standard ahorita porque es como dibujar. De hecho, si dibujas, entrar a ZBrush es muy fácil. Y solo estoy definiendo un poco lo que es la forma que tendrán los detalles. No son detalles finales, es solo una forma de... Es como crear un mapa. Me está sirviendo de guía para más adelante agregar detalles finales. Oh, and I'm going to save this because if you actually watch my streams, you know I do have very bad luck with my ZBrush. Sí, es, es justamente como lo de Bob Ross. La verdad es que, al menos en cuanto a improvisación con ZBrush, esos happy accidents son como la mejor opción. Al menos a mí me encanta trabajar de esa forma. Se crean como todas estas figuras orgánicas que es muy difícil planear. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre documento y proyecto? El guardar un modelo se guarda el proyecto, ¿verdad? El proyecto te guarda todo, literalmente todo. O sea, la información que tengas en diferentes tools, te guarda tus preferencias, te guarda muchas veces el timeline. Yo casi siempre lo guardo como tool, aquí, save as tool, porque lo único que te guarda es este modelo, el que estás guardando, y ya. Si guardas como tool, digo como project, el archivo se le muy pesado eventualmente. En especial si llevas trabajando un buen rato y tienes muchos subtools. Como te está guardando todo el historial de todas esas subtools, el archivo se vuelve muy pesado. Entonces yo tiendo a guardar casi siempre como tool, aquí arriba, save as, y eso ya me guarda solo el modelo 3D. ¿Qué es lo que estoy interesado realmente en que guarde? No es como que vaya a guardar mucha información yo en cuanto al historial. No, no hay de qué logos. Y voy a empezar a agregar detalles ahora lo que son los brazos. Ya le agregué al hombro y ahora van los brazos. Quiero que tengan el mismo nivel que este y que este. Entonces ese es el mismo proceso, que es primero guardarlo por si cualquier cosa. Remesh, remesh by Dynamesh. Y voy a jugar con las formas. Y accept. So what I did, I want to start doing all the base details, like the main wrinkles, like what I did for the head and the shoulder. So I used Remesh by Dynamesh again, and I'm going to start using clay buildup. Nope, it's way too strong. There it is. And damn standard again to create like the main details of the arm. At this point, I'm still not married to like any part of a mesh. If I want to change something, I don't mind erasing that part and starting all over again. Especially because I do have different iterations, different files with different versions of the sculpture. So if I screw up, I'm still able to go back and reuse that file. Y voy a usar mucho clay build-up, en especial para los músculos. Y dem standard. Y no quiero que se salga por completo del carro alegórico. Igual nada más un poco. And even though this part's probably not going to be visible, I still want to add different type of details to the fingers, just in case. Sí, la verdad es que tenía años queriendo modelar un Rancor y esta fue la oportunidad perfecta para eso. Es bastante entretenido hacer esto. What I'm going to do is just make this planar so the fingernails and well, at least I think they are not fingernails, they're probably claws. So the claws are going to be separate subtools. That when that, that way when I'll start using render, when I'll do the final render, I'll be able to separate the claws in different materials into a more shining material. So I'm using trim dynamic to remove like the tip, which is the claw, and move just to place it into position the way I want it to. So I'm thinking probably now I will start working on the back. Oh, I need to fix this one first. After this, I'm going to start working on the back. Diego, según tu experiencia, ¿consideras que es indispensable el título para desenvolverse en la industria? No, la verdad es que no lo es, a menos que quieras salir del país. Si quieres salir del país, entonces sí es necesario el título, pero de lo contrario puedes trabajar sin que te lo pidan. The body and the hands must be in the same proposition, I think. What do you think? The body and the hands must be in the same proposition or position. What do you mean by that? Eyes like having them like this. This is what you mean? Actually, like it more this way. Hey Oscar, do you have a link to the contest? Yep, give me a second. Um, just 1 second. Yep, so here it is. You're welcome. Oh, I hate that song. I have no idea why I downloaded that. Downloaded that song from the YouTube's free music library. I might need a little more resolution. But what I'm going to do, it's I'm going to use zero measure for the arm at least. I tend to use zero measure when I want more resolution, and since I don't have that much details right now on the arms, I don't mind if I lose some of it. But first I'm going to finish the back. Oh, okay, you mean like I'm not certain if this is what you mean, like having this part a little more outside. Is that what you mean? Okay. I mean the hand is more muscle and the body fat. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I still need to work a little bit more with the muscle structure of the arm and adding more of that fatty look to the rest of the body. Should I'm starting to do that right now. Look at some references because as far as I know, there are plenty of different backs for the Rancor. Like every artist does like their take on the back of the Rancor. It's pretty annoying to find references about that. Most of the shots of the Rancor are like from the front. So apparently it does have like some weird looking spikes on the back. So I'm using clay buildup to create those spikes. Then I'm going to use move to extrude them a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing, remesh by Dynamesh. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Accept. And I'm going to start adding details. At least with the main shapes. So they have like this wrinkle system around the head. Like it's like a big bug with all those wrinkles. And the short snout. It's like a mutant bug. So I'm just trying to follow the flow that I already did in the beginning. Those are the type of happy accidents that I meant before. Hey Alina, thanks. So to be honest, I thought I'll do this a little quicker. It's already like almost 2 hours, but it's I don't know. I'm not really happy with it, but could be worse. Not entirely sure about the back. So maybe I'll do a little less exaggerated the spines on the back. Still present, but not that much as before. And I'm going to use inflate the sports. Since I don't have enough resolution right now, it's not going to work that well. Oh, I was with the mic off. I have not. I don't have any idea for how long. That sucks. I hate with that when that happens. So I'm sorry, guys. I feel like answering questions, and I'm not certain if you did actually hear me. So what I was doing is creating base mesh, even though I have like the main shapes and the muscle structure, and I created like a new mesh using zero measure. I still have a very low poly mesh because I'm still adding like the main details, at least for wrinkles and muscles. Super concentrated. Hey Marianini, ¿qué onda, bro? So I think I'm going to subdivide now. Keep in mind that I played a lot with these shapes by playing with the clay buildup. So these are all like happy accidents, creating different type of organic wrinkles. Once I start subdividing, for example, once you see I have like these very smooth organic details. And I'm going to make use of them as guides to create like more wrinkles. I'm not going to need this one, so delete. And maybe this one is way too big. Yeah, that's more like that one. And I think I need to rotate it just a little bit. So I now have like all these wrinkles just by playing with the shapes earlier. So these are still not like skin details. For those type of details, I'm actually going to use an alpha of like skin. And I'm going to save this because you never know when will ZBrush crash. So I'm using mainly clay with those like smooth transitions. And one thing that I really like to do is for the eye, when I work, I tend to add like one of these materials. And MRGB fill object, and there it is. So it does look more alive right now. Give me a second, guys. I'll be back. Just need to go for something to drink. Hey, Sergio. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Alfie. Qué chido que estuviste aquí un rato. Que descanses. A ver si nos estamos viendo para el evento. Sale, bro. Nos vemos. So the inner part of the hand is probably not gonna be visible. So I'll just improvise a little bit, and I won't invest that much time on the hand, at least on the inner part of it, because no one is going to see it. Now it's going to be geometry and zero measure for the back again. Half. Actually forgot first, I'm going to save this. I tend to save before any type of big process, especially zero measure. Okay, duplicate. Now I got the geometry, zero mesh, half. And zip tool. Project all, subdivide project all. Hey Tusi, thank you. Doing my best. So right now I'm just trying to make the wrinkles a little wider. And I'm going to subdivide. This creature needs some of the horns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom IMM. going to remove some of this. Oops. There it is, and it's really easy to create the IMM brushes. Hey, it's okay, Ice. Thanks for the suggestions. Really nice of you for joining. I might be leaving soon. I just want to make some changes and see how it actually looks with the spikes. So I'll place the brush into position. Geometry. Create insert mesh. Yep. New. Now I can go back. And I'm able to create. So yeah, I think it's working. I'm not keeping those spikes. We just mainly experiment to see if it worked. And I think it does. Yep. So probably I'm going to leave it like this. So far, I think we have like the main shapes defined. I still need to work on the details of the belly, the head, I mean everything. But it's gonna be easier because I already have like the main shapes. Right now what I'm going to start doing is, for example, I'm going to do this quick. I'm going to add this alpha as spray. And let's say I have another subdivision. Oh, way too intense. You see, I'm able to create those skin details pretty easy with that brush, and it's one of the base brushes that comes with ZBrush. So it's pretty easy to create like that skin, that cracked skin, like the elephant, like an elephant skin. So I'm going to remove the spikes because I'm not big fan of them. Yep. So draw. So I think I'm going to call it done for tonight. Control those details. So it's very easy to create them. I want to be doing another stream like this for the Magic Wheelchair contest. This was like the only one, but I'm going to be uploading like the rest of my project on ZBrush Central on my post about the Magic Wheelchair contest. Also tomorrow I'm going to be like doing my usual streaming, the one that's concepting and creating creatures and characters. Tomorrow I'll be finally working on hard surface. I was like having a lot of issues because each time I promised I was going to do hard surface, at the end I wasn't able to. But next stream of I mean tomorrow it's going to be like hard surface. So I'm really excited about that. Thanks to everyone who joined in. I really hope you are able to participate in this contest. It's for a really good cause. It's a really nice contest. Muchas gracias a todos los que se unieron al stream. Este fue el único stream que voy a hacer en el sentido de relacionado con mi entrada al challenge. Pero mañana voy a estar haciendo mi stream normal. Por fin voy a estar haciendo algo a Hard Surface. Espero que les guste. Voy a estar subiendo mis avances de este proyecto al foro de ZBrush Central, que es donde está el concurso de Magic Wheelchair. Y pues sí, que descansen todos. Hey Winston, thank you very much. So have a good night everyone. And again, if you're able to participate in the challenge, in the contest, please do so. Up here, you're able to find the link to the challenge. Down here, you are able to see my social media in case you want to get in contact with me. And see you tomorrow in my next stream, which is going to be a hard surface. I do have a very interesting robot for tomorrow, so tune in. Gracias a todos. Espero que haya sido de utilidad y espero que le entren al challenge. Es para una muy buena causa y la verdad es que qué mejor que ayudar a unas personas a crear sillas de ruedas para niños con temática de Star Wars. Sale, pues que descansen todos. Nos estamos viendo.